With me are Christina and Anja, the two founders of Umtüten. Umtüten is a social enterprise that we have chosen for this interview, well, first of all because we like the idea, but also because it's still in the founding process, so it's quite close to the idea stage that our students are in. And one of the founders is also an alumni of our intensive program, so we can see a direct outcome of our program. Thanks for coming. First of all, I would like to know, what does Umtüten mean, Christina? And how did you decide for the name, and what do you do actually?
It's not that easy to explain because it's not a word that really exists in German. It's something like to do something again, to redo it or to reuse something, and a bag. So we want to make people aware that they can reuse their bag again and again, or their packaging, and to rethink in daily life about disposable packaging. And for this we have an ecological alternative to not use disposable packaging, which I have here as well, which is a bag that can be used for bread and for dry products, and a bag that can be used for snacks or for sweet things, baguette, whatever. And it has an inlay of cornstarch and can be easily wiped out.
Very cool. So Anja, you did our intensive program. Was that the starting point of Umtüten, or did you get to know each other? Does it have any relation to Umtüten?
Well, I did the intensive program in summer 2016, I think, and we started a little earlier with the project. But during the program, I learned about much more practical experience on the design thinking approach and how to challenge your idea or how to adapt your solution to the environmental or social problems. And this is a technique that we do use quite often in our team to see if the consumer really needs our product or what we do. So it helped us in our daily activities.
Okay, where did you get to know each other?
In university a little earlier, because we're studying the same studies, or almost the same. We're doing a master's. She does it in sustainability management, and I do the environmental management.
So you're still doing your master's? You haven't finished? That leads me to the next question. That means you're studying at the same time and are to how much percent of daily life into your business idea? Does it cover like 80% of your day or 50% or less?
It's getting more and more. And right now we're also writing our thesis about the project. So right now it consumes quite a lot, but I don't know percentage. It's most of the day, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We used to work also to make our livings, parallel to masters and Umtüten, but now we focus on the master thesis and on the further development. So it's the whole week is full of Umtüten stuff.
Very good. It's a good sign, isn't it? If it's consuming more time, it's hopefully advancing and growing. When did you sell your first bag?
We sold it in October 2016, the first bag. That was 1 year after starting the idea phase, to think about which problem we would like to solve. And 1 year later we had 2 pilot bakeries that participated in the Umtüten network, and that was when we sold our first bags.
Okay, so you started 1 year ago. Does it mean you're already earning something from Umtüten, or are you generating any profits? Are you still on the way?
I think we're on the way. So we're generating a bit of profit, but since we are studying, We right now don't need that much money. We're focusing more on establishing the project and founding something. So we're more into the processes, making processes more efficient or better. And we're not so much right now focused on the profit. We're just right now it's a small profit.
So you don't pay yourself salaries yet?
Not yet.
Okay. And why did you decide to start like that, with growing from small to a little bit bigger, not paying yourself salaries, and not for another financial model?
We think it's a more sustainable business model if you start with making experiences and trying out several things, not going into high-scale production right away, because you don't know if the customer really, if the consumers really like the product, what needs to be changed. So we really much like to go fewer or slopes within our development, and change our processes all the time. That's why we want to grow in a smooth way.
Mm-hmm. Plus, when we started, it was just a project for us, because we saw this problem growing, this disposable packaging problem, and we wanted to do something locally. So we were not really thinking about founding something, but more in how to tackle this problem.
Mm-hmm. So more an activist approach.
Yeah.
You already said that you're using design thinking quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else, like a method or an experience which really helps you in developing your business or your business model further?
What else we used is business model canvas for thinking about a business model. And in terms of numbers, we found tables online where you can also type in what expenses you have per month, and then we looked how much we need to sell, but also what kind of income sources there are, and then we combined both things to make up a liquidation table.
Mm-hmm. So a liquidity plan for...
Yeah.
Okay, so you're both writing your thesis at the moment. What comes next? Are you planning to go full on with your full power into Umtüten? What's the plan for the next year in terms of your business?
So actually, this is the only way we can continue with Umtüten, to put our 100% energy into the project, and that's why we want to apply to the scholarship by our Bundesland, Schleswig-Holstein, where we get a funding for half a year to make our livings, and this is the time where we want to focus on make our processes more efficient, outsource processes that we right now do on a manual way, and scale up production to at the end be able to pay off a salary.
So in half a year's time, the aim is that you can pay yourself a salary that you survive at least. Okay. Which processes do you want to outsource, and why outsource, not with them yourselves?
Mostly the production process, because a lot of things like the printing here, but also all the purchase, all the materials we do ourselves, and it consumes a lot of our time. And we don't do the project because we just want to sell a product, and we want to be involved in the production process, but we want to have an environmental impact. So by outsourcing those activities, we want to focus more on having an environmental impact and focus more on coming in contact with our customers and making more awareness-raising activities.
Okay. What exactly is your environmental goal, and how do you measure it or intend to measure it, in case you don't do it yet?
Well, our goal is to reduce disposable packaging throughout Germany so far. Reduce plastic bags, paper bags in bakery shops and supermarkets. And how we want to measure it is, in terms of customer feedback, to ask them whether clients come again and again with their own bags, which is actually our goal, that they don't buy every time a new bag, but use their own bags. And it would be super nice if we can see that selling disposable packaging reduces in the shops. We don't know if it's possible to see this, but this would be the final outcome or the impact we want to reach.
Mm-hmm. So the aim is to reduce the waste from using reusable bags. But how do you make sure your bags are better? I mean, even if I use them several times, I still throw them away at some point. Are they somehow ecologically produced or use only ecological material or something else?
Yes. So we want to use, our aim is to use only ecological materials. So for example, the textile is 100% GOTS certified cotton. We try to purchase our materials with local providers for every material we need for the bags. We also want to keep them produced in Europe to have a transparent communication with our production site.
And the printing is also done with organic colors only.
And to reduce plastics, of course, we try to use innovative material, as for example the cornstarch, instead of plastics.
So you managed to do all this in a year, basically. I mean, also to think about all the material and to actually put it into production and sell some bags already. I think that's very impressive. Now back to our students. What would you like to tell young, new social entrepreneurs or people with an idea for their endeavors? What's your recommendation for them?
I guess to just try it out, to try small scale and see how the market reacts, how people react to the idea, and then in loops, change things, improve things. It helped us a lot to do everything really small scale and to be in contact with customers all the time, to network. Here in Kiel, it was perfect for us. It's a small city, but a lot of people know each other. We could speak to so many experts that helped us to develop the project.
Okay, thanks a lot. Very impressive to create something like this in such a short time.
Thank you.
Thank you.